All right, ready? Uno, dos, tres. All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back.
Excuse me.
We are back.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 105. We took 1 week off.
It felt like 2 weeks.
Felt a long time.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I have all these days to do all these activities.
Yeah, I think Memorial Day slowed a lot of it down. Maybe that's what it was.
Because it did feel slow, too, at work.
Was nobody there?
No.
Oh, out there, really?
Yeah, it was quiet.
Nice.
Because I saw a coworker. I was like, hey, I didn't know you work on the weekends. He was like, today's Monday. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah. But before we get started, if you guys want to buy some official Media Hijack t-shirts, head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you some official t-shirts. Also, if you guys want to join our Reddit community, head over to our Reddit page. Got all the links down there for you guys. Also, if you guys want to watch the replay for this Twitch video, you can head over to our YouTube page.
Yeah.
And watch the replay of this video, because in this one, we also have a lot of pictures.
Oh, we know how you guys love pictures.
So I say you guys come to a live show one day and just watch us do this thing live.
Watch it, But if you got a baby, just put your baby down,
No edits. We're not like a lot of other podcasts where they say stuff they didn't mean and they edit stuff out.
No, we just run off the cliff with our shit.
We'll get canceled later.
We'll worry about that later.
Also, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Chris, Unholy?
Yes, sir. So for anyone who's not not familiar with the Media Hijack, this show is about basically everything strange and bonkers out there in the universe. So if you're a fan of Bigfoot, guess what? We're gonna talk about that. If you're a fan of Nessie the Loch Ness Monster being from outer space, guess what? We will probably talk about that too. Say if you believe that Obama was a time traveler that was gone through a machine and was on a trip to Mars and part of this kid program by the CIA, then sure, we talk about that shit too. This is the Media Hijack, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Obama, the damn time traveler.
Time traveler Obama. Going to the moon. No, Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
We went to Mars.
I've been listening to a lot of news stories about Atlantis and stuff.
Yeah.
And how they were describing our moon, even in these ancient writings where they had so many famous people encrypt it, and they all came up with the same message from the tablets.
Okay.
And all of them said that it said on the tablet that the moon was actually given to them. It wasn't natural.
Oh.
It was placed there. And another weird thing is that the moon is actually, if you test it, the moon is actually older than the Earth. Yeah,
because there's always been this theory that the moon was originally another planet at one time.
The real moon.
The real true moon was an actual...
But I think our old moon got destroyed, and that one took the place.
Oh, the old moon?
So the tablets, these old Sumerian tablets, all said that moon is not an official moon.
This is the real one gone.
It was placed there.
This is the replacement moon.
Yeah.
It's like a flat tire.
Because if you think about it, right, all the astronomers, they said that our moon is the only moon that behave this way, where the moon, the face is in a fixed rotation with the Earth.
Don't ever spin it.
So it never rotates. So, and then they look at all the behaviors of all the moons and all the other planets and stuff.
They act different.
They're like, hey, why they act normal? They do the regular rotation. Yeah. But ours is the only one that doesn't do that.
It's not a real moon.
So they're scratching their head is this shit
hey man, we got
is this artificial?
Our moon busted. It's we got a flat tire. We gotta replace it. Yeah, so that's interesting though, because it doesn't have the characteristics of because you got some moons around Jupiter that are almost Earth-like. Got a lot of similarity. Got water and everything on it. So that's what a moon is supposed to be versus what we got. Is that the real definition of a moon? Then
the ring around Jupiter. The theory is that there used to be a planet right next to it.
Oh, Saturn, you mean?
No, another planet, and something blew it up, and the debris that's circling Jupiter.
No, you mean Saturn? That's Saturn got the ring.
Oh, is that Saturn?
Yeah.
Isn't there something that's like?
Uranus. That's another one. There's another ring.
I heard something with Jupiter.
But they got some shit too.
Yeah, they had some. I guess a little debris. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked at.
Jupiter's just big as shit.
But yeah, there used to be like another planet before somebody exploded it.
Before.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like how there's like all these alien races that came out down here and stuff. There were like other alien races that came down out here. Powerful ones and shit. Stuff that you wouldn't even believe because it sounds so weird.
Just them ending up here?
Yeah, like there's evil shit on this planet, man. But we'll get to the topics now. I got something real quick.
Okay.
All right, so CIA, right, on his deathbed, like before he died, he was saying like, if you guys like want to understand like UFO technology, he say look at how bees operate, like how they fly, how they do things.
Oh yeah, they don't move in like like how a fly flies. That shit is like bzz, 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 bzz. Like they could probably fly in a square formation if they could. Yeah,
they were saying like the UFOs are actually back engineered from how bees fly and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so crazy because the way their wings move, it's almost creating like its own little.
It's just weird. It doesn't like just flap up and down. It's like almost, I think, circular type motion or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't like. It was almost like if you replicate that, right? It's almost like you can create like a tunnel too, like to go and like slip into a different
little pocket and then come out the other end.
Yeah, like a wormhole. You're like almost creating like a wormhole while you're flying and shit.
Oh,
so it's like a lot of weird shit like that because when you slow down how the wings move, it's if you can replicate that like big, you can almost
the size of a ship.
Yeah, you can almost like rip reality up and just fly through that bitch.
At that speed and that, fuck yeah.
Yeah, then one scientist from a long time ago, he actually created like these anti-gravity machines and just flying through the fucking sky like it's nothing. Yeah. And there's videos of it. This dude was just flying like a damn.
And they can just move in any direction, damn near?
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, why we didn't learn that a person like this did this? But it's all documented.
We ain't ready.
Even like with the beetles, like he got like a beetle wing, right? He put it on top of each other. It does like some weird levitation shit, defying like the laws of gravity. Because if you look at like the scarab beetle, like in Egypt, it's all over like the hieroglyphs. So they knew something. Like with the beetles,
big ass back that wing comes out.
The beetles has something to do with
superior flight, I guess.
Going through a different dimension.
Damn, that's like a lot of insects too. Like when I went like dragonflies, they move in like. I just found this out recently. How dragonflies can like almost like how they can move after chasing after like insects is like makes them like the ultimate insect predator. Just based off of like, and it's all based off of like how their flying pattern is or how their wings operate. Like completely turns them to like these super duper killing machines against like gnats and mosquitoes and stuff.
Dragonflies?
Yeah, dragonflies. They have like the most. It's almost like apex predator designed for because it doesn't have any natural predators of itself. Maybe like as far as insects go, of course birds try to eat them and shit. But as far as insects goes, like they're kind of like there's no other insect that will fuck with them because they designed to literally just the way how the wings are is like gives them an advantage over almost any other insect. Like
they seem pretty elite. Like when I watched them fly, like in real life, I was like, yeah, this is definitely like an elite.
They would kill a wasp if it went down to it.
Yeah, I heard like dragonflies are they like the most poisonous too? But the reason why like they can't poison nobody is because they can't really inject the skin.
I think somebody said that about a spider or something, like the daddy long legs. But I don't know if that's true. I know they said about daddy long legs.
I heard that too.
Yeah, something like that. There's one of them.
Black widows though.
So done.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Shell Shock says Icarus is flying too close to the sun, and the CIA is gonna clip his wings.
Oh yeah,
just like the man with the car that runs on water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like this saying, like I read in a book or I heard online. They're saying like when you come across like knowledge where it actually could change the world, you're gonna have guests that you don't want.
Yeah,
like you're gonna come across like people like you didn't even invite it.
But they here. Here.
There's like another saying, like if you're able to like achieve new sacred knowledge, you're not supposed to keep it to yourself. You're supposed to share it with the world.
Teach it.
I think that's the one thing where humanity fucked up. they gained a lot of sacred knowledge when they were doing psychedelic trips. 'Cause I knew, because when I took like one psychedelic trip, there's a lot of secrets. I was like, damn, this is like a lot of secret shit that, should be taking notes right now.
It's like the history of like all humanity type secrets, or
no, not just that, but how stuff works like in science. Like if you want to advance science, I was like, this is like a lot of like crazy shit, like blueprints and stuff, how it operates. I was like, that's when I was thinking, I was like, I think people did this before, where they took advantage of learning this sacred knowledge, like from like the psychedelic world. Yeah, and they abused it to gain power.
I could get behind that.
To gain
greed
power,
or something.
Kept all that knowledge, and then they're like, all right, let's make this all illegal everywhere and make people scared that it's going to melt your brain.
Because we need it for ourselves or something like they're not worthy of this.
Because meanwhile, like, they're taking all these trips, right, like way back then, and they're creating like a world within the spirit world that we don't even know.
They're like a pocket dimension.
They're like creating their own little world out there where they can come up with whatever. This is what I'm thinking now, because they're trying to control that aspect of that realm. That's why it's getting messy now.
They're about to abandon this. They're about to leave us. Get ready, people.
It's getting...
They're about to leave us.
It's getting messy. Shell Shock says, Daddy Long Legs was debunked.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. I remember hearing that when I was a kid. I was like, oh, it's the most poisonous spider on the planet. Because it's so tiny, though. It's like, because it's like, Daddy Long Legs is like a bean with legs. So it's like no real spider, but...
Their fangs are not that big.
Yeah. And so, there's like, but they're so tiny they can't. The injection of the venom is not enough. So, but yeah, I did kind of hear that. It might not have been true.
All right, so today's topic, we're gonna be talking about China and all these pits that they found over there. These what do they call those?
I also gotta do more
sinkholes
research.
Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna explain giant. They got giant sinkholes. It's a shit ton of them.
But before we do that, I'm gonna just do one story real quick.
Do your thing, bro.
All right, so there was pyramids discovered in Russia that's twice as old as the Egyptians. You heard about that?
Twice as old?
Twice as old.
So Egyptian snow people live up there?
Huh?
Egyptian snow people then, I mean...
Egyptian snow people.
Well, because they got pyramids and stuff. So it's in Russia. I'm like, it's got to be cold, but it's like how desert Egyptian place, ice pyramid.
Well, you'll see. Because it's in a location that's like, it gets warm too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these pyramids was found by archaeologists on the Kola Peninsula Grove, the existence of an ancient civilization on the territory of Russia. And they said it was like 2 times older, and I do have a picture of this. You guys
can check it out. Maybe picture time.
I don't know if it's Photoshop or not, but check this out. Boom.
Damn.
Massive. That's huge, right?
And even if
it's off the Kola Peninsula, which is still in the territory of Russia.
Okay, damn, that is a tropical place. I was thinking like up in like Siberia type shit or freezing cold tundra. Oh, that's a beautiful spot. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I guarantee they probably get snow there, but no, that's beautiful.
Crazy, like that's legit a pyramid.
For anybody who can't see it right now, it's just a pyramid with grass on the side of it. It looks like what a pyramid would look like, but it's got like
2 pyramids.
2 pyramids.
Big.
Some growth on the side of it, like moss or grass or whatever. And there's like a nice grassy field in front of that with a lake or big ass pond or whatever you want to call it.
That shit is crazy.
Oh, it's good. It's beautiful sky too.
What do you think? Like, why would you think that they would put pyramids in all these different locations on the earth? Like, what would you think would be the purpose?
Communicating to the gods. I always feel like in ancient times, every time they built structures, it was to some kind of tower or something to go out there off this planet.
Yes.
I think a lot of times too with people right now, we're so self-absorbed with what's going on here, we forget what's out there, and I feel like they have like a weird connection to. They know more out there than what we know now. I think because I think they was always just trying to seek, that what's out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is some type of like GPS, like for the sky. You know how like when planes fly, they have those little towers with the little blinking lights. Yeah. Maybe this is like another form of like a radio tower.
But nature-wise, or how would you explain
like it? Because they saying like pyramid shape, you can put like a power source through it, and it projects the power source and it makes the beam like a whole lot stronger. And then, just because how the pyramid is shaped.
Yeah, and that
you can direct that light and whatever.
Yeah, like diamond type top.
Yeah, because if you can harness, like if you can know how to work with like crystals and shit, you can fucking blow the earth up. Like real shit.
Flatten this shit.
Ask CERN. They fuck with crystals, man.
turn this place to a parking lot. Man, that's interesting. No, that's cool as shit.
Pyramids are like GPS radio towers for like aliens that's traveling. Because like, all right, this is Earth. We're passing by Earth, and then they see all the the pyramids. That's even like the Stonehenge. There's a story about the Stonehenge because people couldn't figure it out. But the story is that there's like this alien race that planted like the Stonehenge there as a form of like it's kind of like the GPS also, and they needed to know like the location of that Earth so they can. It's almost like they use it to take a shortcut. Yeah, like a beacon.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they said like back then, like they were done using it because they found that Jupiter had a whole bunch of moons, and they end up placing like one of their Stonehenge over there. Because that Stonehenge didn't look like that before.
Okay.
It did look like more advanced like back then, but now it's destroyed because they don't use it no more. Yeah. Because like
defunct tech, they're just like, oh, whatever. We're gonna just add it to something that's more a better location for us.
Like it's all for like travel and shit.
GPS location. It's like when you're driving and it's like, oh yeah.
So now they just
quick trip right onto like a mile down the road. Like, okay,
yeah, so,
GPS.
So now they're just like ignoring Earth, and like, oh nah, that beacon's been destroyed. Like just use the nearby beacon on Jupiter. Like when they call for like customer support.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, sky support.
So you had like space traffic control or something, whatever.
It's like, hey, did you guys ever fix that beacon down on planet 335 Earth? Whatever bullshit. Oh no, that's trash. Don't even go there.
No. We put the work order in. We'll get to it when we get to it. Just go to Jupiter. Yeah. Just go, man.
That low vibrational planet. Like when they land on that shit, they get headache. Like, man, my fucking head hurt, man.
It stinks here.
All this dumb frequencies.
Let's go to Jupiter.
Because they're saying like Earth, it runs on a frequency so low. Like any like advanced race that thinks different, like when they land here, they're gonna be in pain.
Like, this place is so stupid. It hurts my head. I got migraines. Get me off this planet. I knew we should have went to Jupiter. Judy, I know. Why did you tell me to go to Earth?
Kind of halfway is that way. MapQuest ass. Make left turn on Earth.
Go to the bad neighborhood.
Hey, you guys want to check Earth out? No.
You want to see a dead body?
Let's just check Earth out real quick. And then, Ross, what happens? They hit like a weather balloon. Boom. They hit what the fuck? They wake up in a lab. Like, oh my God. 2 dead, 1 is still alive.
Still was alive. And it was just on a family trip.
Choking him out and shit.
Oh, shit.
Who is your leader?
What are you talking about,
bro?
My name Jeff.
I don't have a leader.
Oh, shit. That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good shit. That was funny.
And that's that. I guess we can jump into China.
Yeah, all right. Take a swig of this right quick. All right. All right, so with our main topic today. So this is a story I stumbled across yesterday, the day before, whenever it was. But was this on Science? Oh, NPR actually dropped this story. At least that's what I saw on NPR. And it says that scientists discover an ancient forest inside a giant sinkhole. Into a giant sinkhole in China. All right, so this is big ass sinkhole out there in China.
I got a picture, but I don't know if it's the same one.
It might be. Let's see. I don't know, because like all of them, that should.
But I know they have like 30 of them.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah. So there's been like throughout China, there's like 30 of these damn sinkholes. I don't know if it's like a prophecy or some shit, or something like it's like a connection to anything, but there's like 30 of these things in the country, and I think they talk about like a lot of this land exists on a specific type of ground called karst or something like that, KRAST or something like that. But it's basically like specific ground types that are what do you call it? I guess like susceptible to like collapse and fall into the earth. They said like 30% of that makes up America, which is horrifying. But there's about like,
so America's gonna sink too.
But they got sinkholes out there. Like there's been times in America where like damn houses or cars just fell right to the ground. It happens around the world a lot.
Florida,
yeah, shit. China had like, I remember I saw one in China where a guy on a bike just like was riding a bike and just fell right to the ground. Like weird pockets areas was kind of like weak, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they said 20% of that makes up China. Oh, it says 13% of it makes up China, based off of like the NASA satellite looking down, and it could pick up like I guess the layers of the Earth or something like that, or it's kind of like, hey, this is shallow ground and this and this and this. But these are like the most extreme versions of it, and like 30 of them exist throughout China.
Because they're super big.
Big as hell. If you guys didn't see the picture, I would implore you guys to look this up.
I have another picture. I actually have a lot of pictures.
Let's get it.
That might be something different, but I did look up China holes, and they gave me all these pictures.
Yeah, because they say like, well, because like for example, because they call this the Heavenly Pit. There's another pit they have called the Raven. That's the name of another pit. But with these, the thing is, like, this pit has been discovered for a while now. They've been discovered, the pit
8 years ago, right?
Yes, but they've never gone to the bottom of it until recently, and they got to the bottom. I was like, oh, this is like ancient trees. This is like, these trees are like old, like old
hieroglyphs.
Like older than anything that's around anything on the outside of this. It's older.
The real trees,
real trees. Like the trees we see are
Avatar trees.
Yes, this is Avatar. These are like the
tree of life.
Like according to them, is prehistoric trees.
Shit.
That's
when you say prehistoric, like, are we talking about dinosaurs?
Maybe dinosaurs, or maybe further than that. I don't know. But it is got down there, and I'm excited to find out what's up with these trees or whatever. They say that says the sinkhole is actually 630 feet deep, which would you would be able to fit the Washington Monument, which, for anybody that doesn't know, is like that long, tall ass pointy white thing.
Alien Tower,
mm-hmm. And then some. So he said you can fit that down there and then some. The bottom of the pit holds an ancient forest spanning nearly 3 football fields in length.
Damn.
With trees towering over 100 feet tall. Damn, this sounds like Elden Ring, bro. Oh my god, that's how this Elden Ring. Like, I'm about to go on a nerd rant right quick. For anybody who's played Elden Ring and you get in the game, and you go out to the outside world, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you get it through the tutorial in the cave, you go to the outside world. You see like trees, right? You see like regular trees. In the distance, you see like this massive golden tree. This just comes out of like bigger than like a city, like in a distance, and then there's like bigger. There's like one smaller than that, but big as like a town. But they have also, and most of the trees in Elden Ring are like normal sized trees, but they have like these massive ones that are it looks beautiful in the game. And I don't know, that's what it reminds me of just reading that just now. Just giant trees, ancient trees, man.
Are they like super super big?
Yeah, man. But there's a tree in Elden Ring,
like redwood style.
Like bigger than that, man. It's like a city. They got one tree. Like when I first walked out the cave.
Wait, I'm talking about real life now.
Oh, my fault. So I was talking about Elden Ring. Well, I was nerding out. My fault. Okay, back to this. Okay, they said like the 3 football fields of leaves with trees towering over 100 feet high. What was your question again? I'm sorry if it was taller than something. Okay, I guess we forgot.
The trees. Like how big was it? Bigger than redwood style?
I wasn't sure of like the diameter, like after like the width. I just know like within 100 feet, as high as trees go. That's insane to me.
Because we were talking about like trees, how they said all the real trees died, like the real trees with the super big ass trunks.
Oh
and shit.
Yeah, just like doing like we did talk about we talked about it a while ago.
There's like a lot of pictures, like, but if you see like pictures like in the desert or something, right, and you see that it's like a flat cut mountain or some shit.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at it and compare it to a tree, it's like actually a tree trunk that got cut down, like laser style.
Oh, that's right. It was like the perfect fine cut where.
And they said that was actually a tree. And imagine, because with the diameter of how big that trunk was, imagine how big that tree would have been tickling the moon and shit.
Dude, that was the width of it.
The moon is sneezing because it has a branch in its nose. They're like, hey, you guys gotta cut that tree down because like the moon is moving.
If it sneezes, we are screwed, man.
That moon passes like the fucking ozone layer and shit.
Damn, going out to it reached outside the Earth, so you can see that shit from space.
That's that Avatar tree, the blue people.
Damn.
They're like, hey man, why you guys fuck our tree up like that? And the aliens came down. You guys want to see a dead tree? And then, because imagine like how big that tree was. Like, you would think they would build cities in that shit.
Hell yeah, it's gotta be an ecosystem. It's like how ants use like logs and stuff.
Imagine looking at it from far away, like this is a floating city. Like, it's a city in the tree.
Damn, aliens are probably like,
you guys want to see a real tree house or a tree city?
It's tree city, man. A tree city, not even a tree house.
I never heard that together.
A tree house is cool, but tree city.
Tree city. Fuck, I gotta write that down.
Dude, that's amazing, right?
My new Instagram name.
Tree City.
Tree City. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it's like, and they probably take care of the tree take care of them. Like, it was like an ecosystem. You know, we help each other out. Like,
so like with these ancient trees that they found in these Chinese pit, right? Since they're ancient, like how would you extract information from a tree like that, and then almost like saying, "Hey, tree, tell me what you know." Would there be a way to do that?
Well, they would have to. Well, I think they probably can. I'm not like no tree expert, but I would assume like based off of, they would probably use our avatar trees as a gauge of, hey, these trees we got up here on regular Earth, or they're like this. These trees ain't like, these trees are older than ours. Like even our oldest tree is younger than what we see down here. So you probably do it based off of that. But because I'm pretty sure there's like a way where you could check a tree without having to cut it down and count the rings and all that. I was pretty sure.
Yeah, to check the age. But I'm saying like to check what the tree knows, like about
information.
Information.
I don't know.
Like interrogation.
I don't know. That's when you got to bust the MK Ultra kids out and get them psychic kids to read the tree's mind, because you know if it's plants,
field trip time. You know, like get all the kids, gather them all up, and then they all place their hand on the tree.
And close their eyes and
then they give them like a little tab of acid, right? Put their hand on the tree, then the tree is like, hey.
What are you doing? How you talking to me?
Like, y'all motherfuckers fucked up. Like, you guys know what you did to the earth? You sick motherfuckers. And I was here the whole time. I saw everything that you guys did.
I saw everything.
Yeah.
I seen it.
You guys, it's like stuff that we did on this earth where it's irreversible. Like, the damage has been done, but there's still time to fix the earth. But I don't think a lot of people know about that. People in high positions, people in positions where they can actually make a difference.
Yeah. They know. They know this too, man. They know.
Yeah, but all that crazy greed and all that with money, like,
dude,
man.
When you really start taking a step back and look how greed is, this shit is gonna run this planet into oblivion. It's gonna turn this planet into a black hole or something. I don't know. It's throwing everything out of whack.
We're repeating the same thing like our ancestors did. Mm-hmm. They reach a certain peak and then they end up destroying themselves.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen, man.
Get to the point where they're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Boom.
Too late.
Like, too late. Hey, yo, play it away. Did you write this shit down before we blow up?
Right.
Yeah, it's wild.
You write it down, man. Come on.
I have another picture of these holes, but let me know what you think about this one, because this one's actually crazy. See those pyramid shapes?
Yeah, I noticed that, man.
What the hell?
When early when you talking about the Russian pyramids,
yeah,
I had the picture of that on my screen, and I was like, as soon as I said like towers, I was like, wait a minute, and my eyes caught it. I was like, pyramid top.
Because this is the pit in China, right? And then they look like they got fucking pyramids too. And then here's a picture from Russia, from earlier on the show. Russia got pyramids, and then you head back to China. China has all these pits. And there's like pyramids surrounding it that's, with all this grass growing on top of it.
You know there's pyramids all around the world, but never in America? Is that a thing? Does America ever have pyramids? It just dawned on me. They seem like everywhere.
New Jersey has one. Remember I showed you that picture?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But look at this one. You see those pyramid-shaped mounds, but then you see that fucking hole right there?
Oh, that's like a vagina.
Yeah.
For anybody who can't see, it's like a hill with a big-ass hole in it, but it looks like a teardrop. Or
yep. You can see
vaginal passage.
You can see the clitoris on the top.
There you go. I see it. Oh, that's crazy. But look how many of them out there. Look.
Yeah, look at all these triangles, man.
It's like over a dozen in the background, just like this.
This must have been like the hot spot for where all the aliens landed.
Dude, this is like the truck stop.
Like, hey, what's the easiest place to land? Hey, that one spot in China. They have all these little beacons out there. You cannot miss it.
You can't miss it. They got so many.
Yeah, it's like there's no villagers next by. There's no city next by, so you can land right in the hole where we actually built a little town in there. But you guys just have to use a secret password.
You can You can review.
The whole mountain does like a 180. Like, holy shit.
Imagine hiking, seeing that shit. You'd be like, what the
It's like, what? It's like you're watching a movie play out in front of your face, and you're like, no one's going to believe me. And then there's a guy behind you. Pow.
No one ever did.
Chris Jones missing while he went on a hiking trip in China.
He's lost.
End of his story.
He was suicidal. Like they'll write the script.
Body was never found.
They'll write the script.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Chinese government. Okay, my fault. So the trees are like over 100 feet in height. It is according to Chinese government. It is one of 30 enormous sinkholes in the country. I'm gonna try to look up more for future shows or future episodes to see what other sinkholes names are and what it is, because there's others out there. I couldn't. It's too many. I didn't want to fit all in one show, but I want to mainly focus on this one. But the sinkhole was discovered by cave explorers outside Pines Village in Li County, South China's Jiangxi Autonomous Region. Team of explorers descended into the pit May 6th, where they found ancient trees and other plant life. There's some Indiana Jones type shit. But this story wasn't very long, but it was just one that caught my eye. I was like, this is wild. I like when they be finding landmarks. This is cool.
You know what's funny about that, right? Like you mentioned, the story about how China has all these pits, right? And we only talked about it through text. And then, later that night, or maybe a night after, I was watching YouTube and they recommended me watch, a video on these sinkholes that they found in China.
What?
And I watched it for a little bit. I was like, oh, this is what Chris talking about. Thank you, YouTube, for being so convenient.
YouTube. Yo, what is the odds? We shouldn't even be surprised at this point, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Apple's a sellout, though.
Really? Talking about as far as people information
goes? As far as selling our information away.
Hell yeah, everybody's sold out. Social media, everything's sold out.
You know why? Because you know where they're making all the chips at, right? The computer chips?
Where?
It's all made in China.
Oh, yeah.
There's like this one location in China where it's like almost the only place you can make the chips, because the way the warehouse was built is almost like it's too difficult to build like another place like that anywhere else. So it was almost like they had a stronghold on the chips that they make for every single computer shit, everything.
They just had the materials for it?
Yeah. Yeah, like they have everything to do it. Like there's no other place that can do it like at this one location in China. Mm-hmm. And they make all the chips for your phones, chips for like cars, everything.
That's what they was having issues with the truck drivers.
Yeah,
the trucks. It was like, we can't run like 30,000 trucks because we ain't got no chips, and we all get them from China. And there was like a parking lot, as far as I could see, like 30,000 trucks they can't use on the road because
they chips, got
the hold on the chips,
the whole system by the balls.
We think it's fuel or engines. No, it's like a chip. Something simple as a chip that will stop all that.
Because maybe like it's so advanced, like maybe only that location has it because it's like technology that a normal human doesn't understand, and maybe at that location they have like
certain materials for it.
An alien that's doing all the
the labor.
Not the labor, but they're the one that allowed the technology to run only in this location.
Like
because they made some off-world contract to where they said, hey, we're only giving this one country this type of technology, and they're going to be the one that's producing all your chips. If you guys want to be an advanced world, guess what? You guys have to go through China. AKA
this is our connect.
Nibiru.
This like saying like, hey, this is like say like I'm my boss and like, hey, this is my right hand man, so and so. If anything I say to him, he'll bring it to me. Like he's like my extension. Like this, you got to go to him to get to me if you want. Don't come to me directly to talk. Go through him, and he'll pass it on to me.
Because they're like, man, we came far away from another planet to pretty much own your planet without destroying it.
We cut some deals.
Yeah, like we've been here a long time ago before your Egypt shit. We out here like making our mark. But Earth is just like another place where I heard stories about how these alien entities, like they come here to conquer planets, either conquer planets or come get the resources like gold, and then bounce. Or the other shit, they would just destroy the planet. But in this case, they didn't destroy the planet, and the planet became so fun they like to stand by and do fun shit.
It proves some type of usefulness for him.
You guys been to Dubai yet? Yeah.
Dubai was better back in
that boy Roscoe from that one planet. That's his house.
Roscoe.
All these like elite people, right? That own so much stuff and they have all these resources and they're like the 1%, the 0.1% of the wealthiest people. But they're not even human.
Man, whoever it is, we don't know.
Yeah, and that's when people do like weird shit, like kill babies. All right, I gotta take a leak real quick. When we come back, I'm gonna jump into another story. Be right back, guys. All right, we're back.
And we're back.
All right, guys, so next story. All right, so a man attacks the Mona Lisa painting with a cake.
Oh, let me take this off then. I picked this story. I picked that story too.
Well, it's a famous story that just happened recently.
Yes.
So the world's most famous painting, the Mona Lisa, was attacked on Sunday when a man dressed as an elderly woman in a wheelchair smeared cake on it, reportedly as a protest over climate change. Luckily, the painting was encased in a protective glass. So this guy dressed up as a woman, rolled up in a wheelchair, got a cake, smeared it all over the Mona Lisa.
Wig on and everything.
Yeah. It was actually a 36-year-old man. But then they fucking got security guard, tackled him.
Got his ass up out of there.
Punched him in his dick. Like,
I heard he was screaming on the way out too.
Yeah, here's what he said, like, when he was screaming out. He says, and, you know, when I read more of the article, I was like, oh, this guy, he's actually not crazy, but he's one of the ones that need to do something drastic to
draw attention to
out.
It. Yeah.
Because it's almost like the world is almost dismissing, like, what's happening with Earth.
Straight up. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, for real.
Like, that's like the real issue.
This is a big issue, man. This is the only planet we got, baby. We can't move to another country if this shit's fucked.
Yep. He says, he said something about, he says, there are people who are destroying the Earth. Think about it. You know? And then what's crazy about this, right? Because on Sunday, I was talking about how the Earth was being destroyed because I saw it in my mushroom trip, and I was telling Bob and those guys. I was saying the same shit. This happened on Sunday too. I was saying like, yeah, the Earth is like being fucked up right now.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I had like a vision where I saw the people that did it, and then I had to kick them off the planet because, you know, they didn't belong on this Earth, and they came here and they wrecked the Earth, and they're in trouble now. And when I read this article, and the guy, you know, after he smeared that shit, he was like, hey, think about the Earth. Like, you know, you guys are messing it up. Like, people need to realize if we don't try to fix the Earth now, guess what? Future generation, you guys won't have nothing. All your internet stuff, all your social media shit, it wouldn't matter because the Earth is, it ain't gonna.
You can't do nothing without a planet.
Everybody's gonna die off.
This, which is crazy. I came across this article earlier. I was gonna have it as one of the topics for today, but it was too sciencey to go into. But to give like the smaller sample of it, of just what I read. So right now, scientists are trying to build these buildings, right? These big ass buildings, so they can mimic the weather patterns inside of it. They're trying to create like a wind turbine or something inside the building, or something inside these buildings to where they can get like wind speeds up to like 235, 300 miles per hour, because they're trying to study hurricane speeds, because hurricanes are getting stronger, and they're starting to show that, hey, these hurricanes are not only getting stronger, but they're moving slower, which means when they move across land, instead of like taking a day to leave, it's like day and a half now. Going on 2 days, they're just sitting in one spot and just tearing up land.
They will flat out a whole city.
Flatten everything out. So scientists are trying to build this building right now, saying like, hey, we can test the winds, so we know how to build stronger structures, because this planet is trying to destroy us at this point. It's the reality of it, people.
Yeah.
I read on science.com. It is horrifying. It's scary.
It's crazy. But like the real thing that's going on behind the scene, like, believe it or not, you know, like Mother Gaia, our Mother Earth, she's a real entity. She's a real thing. Ways that they can combat like against humanity, if humanity doesn't learn from what their mistakes that they're doing and shit, they have to take their own action to preserve the Earth, you know, because it's not just about like one little country or one place. It's about the whole Earth.
The humanity, man. Everything from every bird, ant, fish, human, elephant, whatever.
Because it's more than just humans that's trying to survive. All the other animals, shit, like, what about them, right?
And we were left as the guardians of these things too. I see sometimes
supposed to be
the guardians of all this, and
we're supposed to be the protector of like this Earth and make sure this Earth is straight.
Because like, tidy.
It's like, think about it like your house, right? You got to keep your house like
upkeep
your
it,
house.
man. Yeah.
So then when the
dirty ass people,
you know, when the president come, they'd be like, oh, this is a nice house and shit. But think about like Earth like as our house, right? So when other people from other planet come, they don't look at Earth like, ew, this shit's so fucking trashy. It smells like shit out here. Like, what the fuck you guys doing? What the fuck is all this fucking burning fuel? What the hell?
You just dump trash in the ocean. What? Like,
yeah.
Like insane stuff.
It's embarrassing.
Yes, it's embarrassing.
And then all these fishermen, right? throwing all their fucking trash all in the ocean, like fishing lines, all that shit. You know, they said if you collect all the fishing lines like in the ocean, it would wrap around like the earth like 600 times.
I heard, man. I was horrified when I heard that. I was like, what?
What the fuck are they doing?
And that's just, I think that was what they know. I think it might be more.
Yeah.
That's only the fishing lines they found.
And dude, this is what I saw on my trip. Like, they showed me like how fucked up the ocean was, and it was fucking disgusting, man. And what was I gonna say? Damn it.
With the ocean and how fucked up this planet is, and as we saw in like in
yeah, I forgot. Yeah. But in the chat, Shell Shock says Steve Aoki is out of pocket. Is that the DJ guy, Asian guy?
Yeah, long ass hair, dude.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what happened?
Did he do something?
I think it's something we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, we might have missed it. My bad, sorry. But no, for real, like this is.
But yeah, like the man that's messed up the painting, he didn't mess it up, but he was just trying to send a message.
He wanted attention, and when I was reading, I was like, I remember hearing about this last week, and thinking, I was like, he must sound like a crazy person.
It happened on Sunday.
I was like, oh, I thought it was last week. So Sunday.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it when my first reaction was, oh shit, like he's probably some nutty person or whatever. But then after I read the article, I was like, oh, it makes sense. Yeah. But the headlines make it seem like he was a nutcase.
Yeah, because they sent him to like the psych ward and shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, y'all might hear the man out. Actually, he might be coming out to deliver us a message. Like he might be from outside the world, but he had to go in disguise and
I think he just
locking up the messenger.
Oh, Shell Shock. He was the one that threw the cake. Oh yeah. You know, he throw the cake at his concert and shit. You're getting cake. It'd be like a perfect ass cake.
Nice wedding cake.
$300 cake and shit, smashed on like some redneck.
This is what we're doing on Earth, people. This is what we're doing on Earth right here.
Oh yeah, here's what like I was thinking. Like the way I saw Earth, right? Earth was just like a place where you just advertise shit. Dude. But like they painted all this fucked up shit on Earth like as just one big advertising place. That's what Earth looked like. Earth wasn't like old Earth, like sacred Earth where they took care of it and stuff. Like it became like a place where people was just putting all these billboards, painting the Earth and fucking up, killing all these trees. It became like one big advertising shit.
Everybody's trying to make money. That's why
destroyed the whole Earth like that.
That's like out in Brazil. Was the president out there, Balahara, whatever the hell his name is, during the pandemic? I think it was like 2020 or whatever. He was trying to get rid of. He was cutting down trees. I was going to take like, cut into like the Amazon rainforest, and he was literally like, yeah, I want to build like a mall and I want to build more stuff out there. And it's like, bro, this shit is like a huge part of Earth's oxygen. I think 30% or something like that with the Amazon rainforest, but it's a huge chunk of this planet's oxygen. And I'm gonna build them all. Unless you plan on to build space helmets for everybody after this or something, or whatever, oxygen machines. Then what you see, like the greed is so powerful, it goes against the logic of how you gonna have these malls if ain't nobody gonna be able to, you're cutting off the oxygen. It's crazy. Why do we do this?
This is where we have to get like the side ninjas and shit that do the suicides. I mean, not suicides, assassinations.
Yeah.
Killing off all these.
Just go. Knock them off.
World leaders. Did I say that on Twitch?
Okay, so we got it. We just jump out the window and go. Go.
But yeah, it's going to create like this fucking counterculture. That's something that nobody's going to be. You can't even control no more.
Yeah, man. It's
going to be the one that's gonna wipe out all the people that's gonna make like drastic changes to the Earth.
Shit, man, this wipe us out.
Or Gaia's just gonna fucking create like the ultimate storm.
Like, I'm sick of this. Woo, one big ass planet size, like Jupiter sized hurricane. Like the hurricane on Jupiter is like bigger than Earth, and it's been going on for like 400 or 500 years now. It's just been like, we'll just to do a big ass storm that lasts for a couple centuries. We gotta wipe them all out. It's like scrubbing a dog with like you washing a dog in the tub. You gotta get all them fleas out. Like we'll just create a storm that goes on for like a couple centuries. Make sure there's like no one left behind, and then we'll just start all over and we'll let somebody else take care of us because y'all building factories on my back.
Like what's the name of the hurricane? Planet Killer.
There you go, Planet. Simple, simple. No, no Latin name, no nothing. Planet Killer.
And that's all it takes for like the great reset for Earth.
The real reset.
You know, Mother Earth, Gaia, she's like, she can relax now and rebuild again. And I'm pretty sure she's so sick of doing it again.
Again and again. She's like, you know, I wish I kept them damn dinosaurs on here. Oh my God. Like, I wish I had the dinosaurs back on here.
She's like, after Atlantis, I thought you guys were going to be better.
Like, how y'all get worse?
And it got worse. You guys went backwards, you know? But that's that.
All right. So, I got this story right here. Okay, yeah, it says, this 800 million year old crystal might contain life.
What?
And we're about to open it. All right, so the scientists came across like so basically like scientists were studying like old crystals. They found them up basically like they found like crystals within the earth that actually show evidence that this is where salt on earth came from. Like a type of crystal, like all the salt on earth, I guess, is on that type of level. All originates from a specific spot, but he found like a crystal, I think, where it might have come from or something like that. But it's like old salt crystal. Like this is like all salt on the planet came from. This is mother salt crystal.
That's the main.
This is the main source of it type area.
Where they found it at?
I think this is like what's it? West Virginia University. I forgot the damn
West
place.
Virginia?
No, it wasn't West Virginia. I think they're just finding it around the world because they never give a specific spot. But they're finding like these salt crystals where salt in different regions have like came from probably specific spots, whatever. With these salt crystals, they're looking inside of it. It's like, hey man, we got like some shit's moving around here on a microscopic level.
Like inside the crystal.
Like inside the crystal.
What?
Like then they're just bouncing around. Like there's like we didn't know the salt around the world that came from these sources of these salt pockets or whatever you want to call them.
So what is it?
It's some kind of microorganism. They haven't cracked it open yet.
So it's alive.
It's something that exists in it, but they don't know. They haven't cracked it open yet.
What the fuck?
But they're trying to decide like if we should do it. That's what they're trying to decide right now. Like, we are
Pandora's box. Hold on.
But they did make a good point because they did bring this up in an article. I actually found this article on NPR again. They was killing it this week with some cool shit.
There's some shit that you just shouldn't fuck with. It is encased like that for a reason.
Just for a million. So it says there are little cubes of original liquid which that salt grew from. And the surprise for us is that this is one of the scientists talking, named Kathy Benison. She says that there are little cubes of original liquid from which the salt grew. And the surprise for us is that we also saw shapes that are consistent with what we would expect to be microorganisms. Says there could be still surviving within the 830 million year old preserved microhabitat. So now they're saying like, hey, should we crack up the salt crystal and study this microorganism? But they ran through and they have thought about this. There was like, okay, we don't want to crack this open and it sends out like a plague or any kind of disease that would wipe out humanity. But they're using like a lot of logical angles, saying like, well, based off of how diseases work on Earth, diseases are only effective when they exist and it can be spread and they get in contact with everybody and it builds up an immune system, its own self, all types of stuff. They're breaking it down to like, hey, the worst plagues or diseases can only exist if it can spread. If it's always been trapped in a dormant spot, but it's never had human contact, which as far as they don't know if these microorganisms have, then it probably won't be a threat to humanity because it doesn't know anything about humans at all. It's never been to humans or been able to conform to human biology or anything like that. So they have thought about this on a logical level of, okay, if we crack this open.
Have they thought about it on a spiritual level?
Of course not, man. No.
See, that's an angle that scientists always forget about. They don't know about like, hey, do you guys actually even know what the fuck is in there? Because it could be something, even after they break it, it's something that we cannot see, but something that can still affect the space in our reality. Yeah,
because like they think of it as like on a scientific level, but let's think about outside of science on a level they can't even understand.
Somebody like plug up a quantum computer, find out, man.
Run the simulation or something, whatever you got to do, and then
like stop thinking so like one dimensional. You guys gotta run this shit in like multi-dimensional and shit. You know, because that's the only way you'll know. Because let's say like 20,000 years ago, these were like trapped souls from the other side that came to Earth, right? And they were fucking shit up, and then a sorcerer
Put him in a
Merlin,
crystal.
Merlin, like
the gray,
the old Merlin. He was like, hey, he caught them, put them in a cage, and wrapped them up in like a crystal, and then hid it into a place where humans would never discover because they would never get the technology to discover a crystal in this type of location. But they found it.
Way to go, Merlin!
And then Merlin was like,
damn it.
oh fuck, I should have hit it like real deeper, like. Deeper.
And this was Merlin with the he was using magic with a K. This is that Merlin. Like
yeah.
Old. This is
dimensional traveler.
Yeah. Trying to save us. But he had to say,
they're about to open Pandora's box. And just,
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, they about to kill us.
Like, oh, they released the 7 death angels. Like, what the fuck?
They was trapped inside of a salt crystal.
You guys know the story? Like, and then you go hit up like one of those Aztec tribes and shit.
Like, they're gonna tell you the story. Like, hey, this is the story on the wall.
Story of the 7 death angels, like hidden like inside crystals. Like, like their souls were trapped within crystals.
Like the aliens actually came to Earth to help us contain it in this crystal.
Yeah.
And y'all just broke this shit open out of curiosity. We dead.
Science. Our science is.
Yeah. I like the science, but it's
we're behind.
It's a lot left to reach.
Our science peaked like, I don't know, 70s. That shit peaked. You think so?
No. As far as like outer space stuff, you mean, or
like science period?
Nah. It's just way better than it was in the 70s.
Like what new stuff are they doing that's really new?
I even say electric cars, man. I saw electric car. Well, this is I'm about to go on like a tiny little rant. I was going to Kroger the other day and I saw like a Tesla cars outside, but they have like these. You
said electric cars?
Yeah, well, it was like a Tesla car.
About that.
Oh yeah, but no, they have like these little with the charger ports. I was there, right? They on the screen. It's like you can watch commercials on them now. It's crazy, but it's like technology is. I do think technology is advancing. But that's
not the science I'm talking about.
But I'm just talking about as far as like as technology or maybe even healthcare and stuff. Like, I think it's advanced on those levels because, I mean, man, I say even in the 80s, man, if you had HIV, I mean, as far as like technologically advanced with medication
I think, like,
stuff, like
X-ray would be like something. I would give them credit for that, like doing.
X-ray, yeah, that's just always gonna be useful.
Or like those monograms, what do you call it?
What? The sonograms with the baby? Yeah, sonogram,
yeah, like that's advanced stuff.
That's impressive, yeah.
But the electric car, if you actually look back in history, they've been made electric cars a long time ago with charging ports.
Before fuel?
With fuel, like in the picture too. But they had electric cars back then. Like if you actually dig into the history, there's actually pictures of electric cars, and then you're like, what the fuck is all this shit? And then you start thinking, like, if they were already doing this back then, why the fuck are we now just getting electric cars?
If they was already kind of working on it back then.
If they're already doing it back then. So you already know there's somebody in the picture that's saying, nope, can't do electric cars because we
can't make no money off of it.
You can't make money off of it.
Oh, real shit. And
there's pictures. There's pictures on the internet of these old school cars, with the big ass wheels. Yeah. Electric cars with charging ports. I forgot to mention that to you. I was like, man, they've been doing this for a long time. But something stopped that whole production. Then they said, nope, we're just going to do gas cars.
I believe that because remember Nikola Tesla?
Yeah, because we cannot make money off of bullshit ass electric.
We got to use like fuel, maybe some kind of way to...
Yeah, and they had pictures of houses that were like charge ports. And I was like, holy shit, this is like a fucking game changer shit. And then they fucking destroyed all that crap. That's why they didn't take Tesla serious way back then.
No. It was like, what? Make it free? What?
Yeah, that's why
we can bill them on some gas.
That's why I'm saying like that technology even now is not new. It's just they're just trying to make it like
it's repackaged, I guess.
Here we go, like ta-da! Super late on it and shit.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Xiao says we probably have more electric than gas if World War II hadn't happened. Gas brings in the money. Yeah,
World War II is the game changer when it comes to like
that's the thing because like if you can't put a meter on it, they don't want it. Even with like electricity, you can't put a meter on it. Like hey Tesla, you're just gonna give this out for free? Why would we want your shit?
Now how are we gonna make money?
Yeah, they're like you can't put a meter on it. Like what? You're just gonna give shit out for free? Tesla like, hey man, like if we get everybody like free power, like we can actually work on the real issues on the earth, like actually trying to fucking maintain like the earth and make sure the earth is running.
Let's put our resources into something else,
pure and shit. Like, sorry Tesla, like your shit's cool shit, but we cannot make money off of that.
But I want my pockets to be fat, and your idea is stupid. So you're gonna die alone.
That fucks up our timeline on this earth.
Oh, yeah, that branch off of like.
Yeah, that's what
the multiverse
us like from our cousin Earth.
Now I want to see the multiverse of what happened with like they allowed Tesla. Yeah, and then dude, we be having flying, dude. It'd be like Jetsons, man. I'm telling you, it'd be
like. You know what I think is happening? Where they accepted that shit. Like fast forward to like today, right? If they accepted it, like they might have been making like wormholes and stuff where they could actually go through different dimensions. So maybe like the aliens coming from the other side. There's actually aliens from like another Earth that actually accepted that technology.
Oh, they just have more advanced than us.
They just advanced.
And it's 2022. It's the same year.
Let me go over here. Hey, that's the Earth that didn't. They took the gas route. Because they're like way past like electricity now.
Man, they gotta be. They will have to be. It's some. They got some dark matter. I don't know what they be using at this point, but 2022 was today. Was it May 31st, 2022? But their Earth is like. So different.
Yeah, they're like visiting other Earths and shit, laughing.
Dude, space travel. I guarantee if they would, they probably got space travel.
Stop laughing, God watching.
They got space travel. I guarantee they got space travel on lock.
Yeah, they're probably the one that put pyramids out here because they do time travel and shit.
No.
Let's put these beacons out here so we don't get lost while we travel and shit.
For real, we'll just drop some beacons in here.
Don't forget your time traveling shirt.
It's like a highway sign, like let you know what side of town you're in. I'm like, oh, okay. I know I'm at.
And then they make the joke like, you know how like when you type in Yahoo, like what year is it? Yahoo's like, hello time traveler, it's the year 2022.
Like, okay, you're trying to be funny.
Because there was a time where I forgot what year it was. I had to type in what year.
This still happens to me.
Yeah, it's like, hey time traveler.
I have to be right 2020 on my paperwork.
Yeah,
like, shit.
Like, what year is it?
But to wrap up this little 830 million year old crystal, scientists
800 million year what?
830 million year old crystal.
How did they?
They know, man.
Because what
they said, like from my understanding, what was it before in the article they were talking about, like it got it from like
So this all before Atlantis and everything.
This is like way back, but they do it based off of like, okay, how much we've been digging into the ground. We're like 100 million years into the ground. We do it based off the rocks. 200 million years now. These rocks are kind of like this because we're obviously if you're going down, you're going back in time. Obviously, because like everything, like because there's times even most people don't realize this. There's a lot of cities built on top of old cities. This is across the world. Like most major cities are built on top of old cities. That's why they have like old subway stations that are abandoned because they just built off top of that shit and all this other stuff. And that's kind of like how it is with this stuff too. But on a nature level, just gets bigger and bigger, I guess. But they just get down every lower layer and then 830 million years in, they're like, okay, yeah. Based off the rocks in this area that we've been excavating, we just found this crystal. Gotta be about 830 million years, based off of like the soil type or whatever. But they was digging through it and they wound up finding it and what's the name?
And they got little microorganisms like floating around in there.
Yeah, she had said we know by studying life in modern this is what the what's the name? Benison, the scientist lady, she says
she's about to kill the whole world. Remember that name.
Benison.
What's her name? Chris Benoit. Put a chokehold.
Kathy Benison. She says we know by studying life in a modern extreme environments that there are organisms that are able to undergo like a survival mode, almost like a hibernation. They're still alive, but they slow down all their biological activities. So for anybody who can't really get it, just imagine you getting old right now, and then you can just stop it by going to sleep. And then say like, the longer you sleep, the time's gonna pass, and you can wake up like 100 years later, and you'll still look the same age as when you went to sleep. But this is like to prolong their life, I guess. So
think about it like a deep meditation, right?
Yes. There you go. Thank you. That's the best way to put it. Not
like
sleeping.
Because like there's like this monk a long time, 100 years ago or something, right? He went to like a deep meditation to where his body actually died, and then he told his students to visit like his tomb every like 25 years. So there's like this monk in the it's like the flower position for meditating, still in that same position after like 100 years, right? They discovered like his body still in the temple in 2002, still in the meditating position, and they said it looked like the skin, it didn't even age, like not even like a couple of days. But you can see that deterioration of like, like the body is dead, but they said like the brain
Still functional. Huh?
It seemed like the brain is still active. So he's just like, he's in the ultimate meditation state where his conscious is still actually
out there.
Like, you can actually still see movement in his brain.
Damn, so it's like basically just he dumped his body here. He's like, I'll be back. And then he out there like,
and like
on a plane that we don't even understand.
Yeah, and like the body is not mummified or nothing. Like, and you see his skin, it still looks like
perfectly
skin.
Preserved. Okay.
And then I saw it, I was like, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it because I saw it in a book. Like,
I think we talked about
when
it
I was like in 5th grade. I saw it in a book.
Yeah, the dude's
I was like, damn.
It looks like a statue type thing, but not really a statue. It's just,
it looks like just like a
dude sleeping.
It does look like a dead body, but it does look like the skin is still there, and even the hairline and everything.
Yeah, because if anybody's familiar with the process of a dead body, it's like the decaying. Oxygen destroys the body a lot, and so decay and all that.
Yeah,
that's why even ancient Egyptians would like wrap the body up and do all the stuff to preserve the body because they knew that oxygen would basically destroy the body, but they want the body to be preserved for reasons and whatnot. But he's just out here like people can see him and
his skin is still intact.
He's still intact. He's not like falling apart. He's not mummified.
His nose probably fucked up and shit, but like his face, the skin, the hairline, everything was still intact. And like, how was this? This is what baffled like the scientists that came up there, like in all these top universities from all over the world. They're all baffled. They're like, we don't understand this. We don't understand how somebody can, because they're trying to think like it's like a trick, you know, like they put some type of chemical and stuff, and they look at it like everything's all natural. And the weird part, the brain is still showing like signs of it being active, but for sure they know that the body, the you know what they call it, the vehicle of the soul, that shit is destroyed. But still, like, it's in very great shape. But they're saying like the brain, how it's being active still till this day.
Impossible.
It's like, damn, this guy's just straight. He went full meditation
full
mode.
Blown.
Like he took the assignment serious.
He checked out. Damn. Like, what if he comes back? He ain't gonna come back. He ain't coming back. He'd be crazy if he came back, honestly.
Imagine all he did was spend one day in the other realm, and he comes back like, hey, what happened? 100 years has passed. It's like, oh shit, I was just here for 24 hours.
Oh, time passed different over there.
What happened to my nose? It's like, oh, I can't go back in my body because it's not operatable. Like, the vehicle is destroyed.
I got flat tires.
Fuck, but your conscience is still there. And then, like, you played yourself. You left your conscience is like in that body.
What you gonna do?
Knowing that, what, you gonna use that body again? Nope.
So you stayed here. You stayed here longer than you expected.
Imagine he played himself, dude.
It's like, oh, it's supposed to have been a day, and we told you to stay for one day, but there will be consequences. You accepted it, and then.
But that's so crazy, right?
Come back, and it's
so crazy how people like even like till this day they do stuff like that. I wouldn't say like it's crazy, but they reach like a stage of enlightenment where they know they would be okay, so they would do stuff like where the normal person would look at and be like, that's fucking crazy. But like to them it's like, it's not crazy at all. Like, this is like their journey, their path, and they're doing it.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what state of mind you have to be. That's why like this whole meditation thing, like it really do take you to another place.
It's
I can show you the world. Like, hey, I can show you another realm.
I can show you the realm. For real, man. The world. That's funny. The world. That's show you the world. That's cute. I can show you the multiverse. I can show you layers of reality that this shit won't even make sense to you. You won't even be able to describe it when you come back.
The one thing like I got like from like my mushroom trip was they said like when the earth is like going through the healing phase, there's a reason why there's these monks all over, like around the world. You know how like they pray and stuff, like they do chants every day. Like they're praying like for the well-being of the earth. So these are like the people that help fix the earth, the monks. So thank God, like we still have,
and they out here,
the monks out here still doing their same ritual, not being blinded by society or whatever. They're still doing like their rituals.
We ain't got like monks,
and we need them, you know.
We don't have.
They're
monks,
special. Like
we don't have monks sneaking out, trying to go to titty bars or something.
Why, like when you see a monk like in public, they'll mess with them.
Just leave him be, man.
Yeah, you'll see them out like in the computer store because they're trying to upgrade the computer. They're wearing like the monk robe and stuff.
You catch them.
The bald head, the shaved eyebrows and stuff. Like, don't mess with them.
I don't think most people do. This kind of we notice you, but
no, a lot of people they don't know. They just think they're weird people. Because I seen it. I seen the reaction. Because a long time ago, when I used to live in LA, right?
Oh, okay, I can see that.
Me and my brother, we would go like to this temple where my grandma was, and we were supposed to help out one of these monks, like build this computer.
Yeah.
And then the monk, like we took him to like Fry's Electronic and shit. And then, we got all these stairs at that monk and stuff because they don't understand. But he's just a normal guy, just like everybody else. Mm. He just want to get like an upgrade on his computer. And my brother was like the guy that knows about the computer. Yeah. We got what he needed. And then we went back to the temple, hooked his computer up, and
Eureka.
There you go. Just don't go on that one site.
Please don't make a Facebook page.
This is way back then, before all that.
Yeah, because I was thinking at first, because I've only seen him out in public. I see one guy out in public one time as a monk, but I saw him in like Colorado. Not out here. I think that's too far East Coast.
I saw one out here.
So I've never seen
at Best Buy.
I've been seeing like Muslims and bean pies and stuff out here. I'm be seeing bunks, but I did see one time at I think it was at a Sprouts or either Wholesale Foods, but it was one of them nice stores. And I saw you just chilling, going around getting stuff, and I was like, "Look at you, man! Fuck these shoes, bro." Like, yeah, fuck these material things. I respect that.
Jesus sandals.
Yeah, for real. The Jesus nines.
Yeah, my dad used to be a monk.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that before.
He was all about that. Yeah. That's why he's so calm.
No, it's chill. Your dad is so
damn
chill.
So chill, super chill.
Chill. But I can tell you stoic.
I remember when he whooped my ass, he was still chill.
The most straight face.
I remember trying to run away from him, right? Trying to take like an angle where he can't catch me. Mm-hmm. I took the angle, he came out of nowhere. Right? Hit me with a hanger shattered. I was like, dude, how many pounds of pressure was that? I was like, you put like the whole god of hand on that, because I'd never seen a hanger in so many pieces before.
Just shattered.
I think that was the last time. Because I was like, man, I ain't gonna play no more.
We good? Are we good?
I ain't gonna play with you no more.
I get it. I don't trust you.
That was good times.
Shell Shock says, Domamu, I've come to bargain. Yo, for real. It's Doctor Strange right there.
Dr. Strange.
Yeah, Strange.
I gotta take a leak real quick.
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal to be naked. What's the point of thinking? I have God that create my own language. You ain't been doing the education. You don't realize I'm so frustrated. People think a lot about my motivation. It's very like megalomaniac. You ain't got the answer. You ain't got the answer. I have a condition called synesthesia. I see sounds. I see them. It's racism's cousins. I see sounds. I could probably be a professional plastic surgeon. Only I would say the most influential person in footwear right now.
All right, next story.
All right.
Wait, you got the next story?
What was Michael again? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Wait, what was the last story?
I forgot that quick.
It was the Mona Lisa one, right?
No, man. I had the crystal one, so it's you.
Okay, it's my goal.
I promise you guys, we're not high. This is how high our brains are. There's too much going on in here.
Mona Lisa.
That was like 2 stories ago.
My bad. All right. So a man in Kenya, he returns a stolen TV that was stuck on his head after some witch doctor put a spell on him. All right. So the story is like a man in Kenya, right?
What?
He broke into somebody's house, stole their TV, and then he went back home. And the owner of the house, he went to a witch doctor. he told the witch doctor, hey, put a spell on this guy. Like, I want my TV back because I, worked so many hours for this TV, and he just stole that shit.
Yeah.
So the witch doctor, she put like the ultimate spell, right? And then the TV apparently got stuck on this guy's head.
While he was carrying it out?
No, I guess he was trying to set up it at his house, and then he said the TV got stuck on his head. So he couldn't even remove it from the head.
What the hell?
So they're like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? So the way that the dude got his TV back was because the guy's like, he couldn't get it off his head. So I was like, what the fuck? So he went back to the guy's house, and then he was able to give him back his TV.
I don't want this shit no more.
Yeah, it's like this TV stuck on his head like a magnet.
I mean, that's kind of cool because the witch doctor's like, you know what? I'm not gonna blow his ass up into oblivion. We're gonna put a curse on him to make him regret taking the TV.
Where it guarantees that you get your TV back.
You're gonna get his TV back, but we gotta put this curse on him.
Because
he's gonna learn his lesson.
Like, he returned the TV back, and then they said he was even kind enough to hook it up for him and everything.
Oh my god, got the man working.
But like the town and stuff, they're saying like, oh, this is like a fraud and stuff. It's so the witch doctor can make money.
Oh, yeah, I'd be hearing shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that's normal because like, come on, a TV stuck to your head, that doesn't make no sense logically.
No, but it's funny.
But if you think like, okay, like what if it is true and shit? Because like there is like something that happened in the story where it doesn't explain a lot of stuff, even if they did this fake shit. Because that guy, he said like even when he stole his TV, right? When he was running back to his house, he got attacked by a swarm of bees. So he got fucked up. Like that shit lit him up. And then he was like, okay, how do you explain like you don't just randomly get attacked by bees?
Yeah, yeah.
So they attack him, and then
after you stole
the TV still stuck on his head. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a curse, man. That is a curse.
Yeah, I think that's a curse. And then this did happen in Kenya, and they be playing with magic hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they play with magic hard out there, and shit. If you know a witch doctor, and the witch doctor don't like you, man. You might want to move somewhere else, dude.
Them witch doctors now, like, well, actually, I ain't gonna say now. I think witch doctors have been like this probably for centuries. Like, hey, look, you gotta pay the price, and you have to tell me a story, and if I agree with it, then you gotta pay money or something.
They're dangerous.
This is a fee, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, even like the fucking the Mexican cartels are afraid.
Man, they all into it. They all into it, man. If anybody don't know,
they're so scared.
Look up Mexican cartel and witch doctor and rituals and stuff.
They go
hand in hand, man. There's a lot. We did the stories on this episode on the show before about it.
If they ask the witch doctor like, "Hey, should I run up on this dude Benjamin Franklin?" and she say no, you better not run up on him because he's gonna burn your whole house down.
Don't do it because they'll give you
all. And then like Ricardo's like, man, she don't know nothing. I've been investigating this case for a long time. He does that shit. Boom, destroys like the whole cartel.
For real. I tell you, man, they be finding like ritual sites of cartels. Dude,
yeah, they see all these
sacrifices,
candles, and
dude, they into it for real, man. Like people need to know more about that. It's just crazy.
Shock says Kanye believed it. Wait, Kenya believed it. What?
Oh, I get the joke. Wow, can you believe it? Like, Kenya,
can you believe it?
So shocked from the 3-point line. I see you, homie. From backcourt.
Yeah, but yeah, like even like
the dad joke.
The cartels they take like people who do magic very serious. It's because they know it's real. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like that shit is.
That's it. That's the reason why they do. I'm like, if they did,
it's not like make believe. Like, because if you see it actually happen, and then you see something happen, and then it actually happened to you, and you saw it, like, okay, this is like, you can't play around no more because this is like something you can't control it in this reality.
Yeah, it
plays different rules now.
Yeah, it is easy to say like the cartel or anybody else like wants to offer up something as sacrifices. Is like, oh man, these people are crazy. Look. There's probably a high success rate that's the reason why they're doing this. Right. It's like there's a reason for it. So let's take it back a little bit, like, and don't dismiss it as like, oh man, these people are nuts. There's a reason why they're doing this. The success rate is good, probably.
Yeah, there's a reason why, like, like the trail they use for all the drug transactions, and you know how you have to go through all these
tunnels and stuff. Yeah.
Then not just tunnels, but then like overseas too.
Man.
And then you have to catch that one break in Afghanistan that's controlled by the U.S. Army, where they allowing these passes to go through as long as it's running under one umbrella still. And then everybody gets paid out. Doop, 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 doop. Black money.
Opioid feels. Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up.
It's crazy. People dying on her.
Interesting.
But yeah, he got his TV back. And yeah, that's how you get your TV back. You go hit up a witch doctor and be like, hey, Chris Jones stole my shit.
Get him.
Fuck that dude up. She's like, all right.
It's like, give me a list of what his biggest fears. He's afraid of bees. Bet. Bet. He don't like bees.
He's afraid of bears. Black bears.
Black bears, okay.
Just rolling out. Like this bear doesn't even exist here.
Dude, a bear in Kenya.
Black bear just rolling up in Kenya and shit.
This is so random, but I was watching this movie. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, called Pootie Tang.
Yeah.
But there's a scene I was watching the other day randomly. There's a scene in a movie, right, where Pootie Tang's like, it goes like his history of his father. It says his father was killed at a freak accident at a construction site, and they show this. I don't know how people thought this movie was stupid. This is actually very hilarious now I think about it. There's a scene where they show like Pootie Tang's father walking through like a construction site, and it's like the story is like he got killed in a freak accident at a construction site. So he's at the construction site, walking, carrying his tools. And this gorilla comes out of nowhere and like and just beats him to death.
Oh shit!
But it's like a freak accident. That's a
random.
That's a freak. That is a freak accident. Like
that's the real.
If something fell on his head, it was like, okay, it's construction. That's kind of normal. But a gorilla just like killed him. Like
damn.
An escaped gorilla. That's like okay. That's a. And I just thought that's a freak accident.
That's a real freak accident.
Straight up, like, an escaped gorilla just comes to construction site and kills you. Amazing. All right.
That's
so
wild.
stupid. Okay. My go. California elementary school student shared Skittle-like cannabis candy at recess. Dude, these kids be getting a hold of this. I feel like I've heard this before.
Skittles that's like laced with cannabis or some shit?
like dispensary probably that looks like Skittles. Kids was like, oh, I'm gonna take it because snacks.
So
looks like
the whole class got high.
Yeah, I guess I was at recess. There's a fourth grade student at a California elementary school shared cannabis-infused candies with other students while at school. Cannabis candy was in a package that resembles Skittles. I would
have done that same shit too.
And it's kind of, and honestly, that's not the kid's fault. It's parents, if you got just shit like that out, especially edibles. Keep that shit away from lock it up, put it up somewhere.
Yeah, I think when I was like 4th, 5th grade, I was already aware of like a lot of the stuff that the adults did and shit. So I probably would have done like the same shit, knowing I could get away with it.
Oh, really?
Because I wasn't like the typical dumb kid. Like I knew how these adults play and stuff. I think I would have done the same shit. So I think I might understand what this kid is doing right now.
Yeah.
Then they dismiss it as like an elementary kid. But think about.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
Yeah.
I would say,
think about like even kids like at this age, but then on top of that, having access to the internet, their brain is almost already working like an adult.
Oh, dude, quick! They're like can fast forward. They're moving too fast.
Yeah, they're like oh, they know, and then they know they can't get in trouble, and they know that they're
I'm a minor.
They're gonna treat them like a dumb kid.
Damn.
Meanwhile, this kid's like, hey, I'm thinking like you right now. We're on the same wavelength right now.
Or it could be one of them things where the kid's like, mommy and daddy eat this candy and it makes them laugh a lot. I want to take this candy too. It looks fun. I'm going to share it with my friends. Oh shit, we're all getting sick. Could be one of them things. Like the parents was irresponsible.
Maybe 2nd grade, but 4th grade, I think your brain is developed enough to. Even if you have access to the internet, you can look up the effects and everything.
Yeah. You would think.
That's why, like, man, like, if you think of like mass murders, like in the future, like it's gonna be done on a scale where nobody's gonna see the angle that it's gonna come, because that kid is gonna be so advanced where he's gonna know every single outcome.
Oh, I agree with you. 100%.
Of like everything. Like let's say he wants to do like the perfect killing spree, right? He do the perfect killing spree where he doesn't get caught, nobody even know who it is, and then he makes a perfect escape, and
you never can find him.
And then people are like, what the fuck just happened?
I agree. I've said this for a while now. I was like, man, mass shooters are gonna get to the point where these kids are gonna get like the ones that are these mass killings of people are gonna get younger and younger. The ones committing it, it's gonna hit like it's gonna be like I always had this thing I thought about a while ago that I'm waiting to a point to see a 12-year-old is gonna blow up an entire building. type shit. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as it sounds, I'm waiting for that. Like, I feel like it's gonna get to that point where this shit's like out of control. Like, they're getting younger. Next one, they'd be like Timothy.
You would never expect it.
It'd be like some Timothy McVeigh level shit. And I'm waiting for it. Like, 15-year-old Cody like blew up a damn building, killed 243 people. Like, I'm waiting for it. Like, I'm just gonna get to that point. Them guns is about to be old hat.
But since you said it like out loud, like through your voice, you put that into the space now.
No, I think it's. I think it put it itself into me, and I'm just like, whatever. I see the direction this shit's going. It's like, yo,
now it's in the cloud.
It's to the masses.
Not just the cloud in your head. Now, when you talked about this, like through the internet, boom,
it spreads. But you see what I'm saying, though, right? It's gonna get to that point where fucking. Kid terrorists or some shit.
Yeah, all they gotta do is just download and receive what you said, and they will get there.
I'm not trying to inspire you little youngsters to do this, but I'm noticing it's getting worse. And
think about it, like whatever you say, right? It travels through like this little cable cord shit.
Spread out.
And it's like 11-year-old about to be a 12-year-old. Like, he sees it's like, hey.
He's just playing Halo, and he's like, whoa, what is this?
12-year-old try to do some shit like. Let me look into this.
I'm just saying this out to see how it is.
Fast forward like a year later, a 12-year-old.
Don't blame this on me. Don't put this on me.
He does the most craziest thing like you would ever imagine.
He's like, I watched Media Hijack. And then he's like, oh, that's what he's going to say. That's exactly what he's going to say.
Every Tuesday.
Yo, we better blow up. We better blow up.
Literally.
Fuck you, Fox News. We better blow up.
It's like, hey, we're just spitballing. Like,
y'all, it was off the top of the dome. I didn't.
We're in court like, we're just spitballing, man. Come on,
look. I mean, was I wrong or like,
what would Jesus do? Come on, man. You're just delivering a message. We don't.
But I'm saying, like, that's how my brain be thinking sometimes. I'm like, look, this shit's gonna. It's disturbing, man, when you really think about it.
Your brain gives you like the most darkest,
the most insane possibility of where I see it's going. If it doesn't stop at this point, that's just like. That's when it's going to be at its max worst. We haven't hit it yet, but I want to stop any of this madness now. But yeah, this kid, says, I think the school officials, back to the weed shit. The school official said, we find this whole situation distressing edible marijuana products in a package that resemble popular brands of candy, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, no students were hospitalized, nobody died. Basically, the parents fucked up, leaving their stuff out and open. The scariest stuff, secure that, secure your guns. Kids be getting a hold of stuff way too easily. Just lock it up. Damn.
Or don't have kids.
Or that. Or that, man.
But yeah, man, kids are too smart. You cannot.
They know too much.
You cannot underestimate your child, you know? You just can't. They have too much access to. If you give them access to the internet, dude, you can't underestimate your kid no more. Your kid knows more than you now.
Oh, sure.
He knows how to lock you out.
These kids now, like I saw my what did I see the other day? I don't know if it was my godson or something. Yeah, it was my godson. I saw him yesterday. I think he's like 4 going on 5 or 5 going to 6 or something. But like toys don't even. As far as I know, it's his tablet. The days of toys is over, people. It's been over for a while, but I've seen it now. I'm like, yeah, this is toys are a wrap. But the tablet has so much power to it, man, with internet access and. Especially when they start learning how to go into settings and start seeing how stuff works. Once they figure that out, it's
look, if you think about it, like when we got access to the internet, like where it's more easily, like weren't we going crazy about that shit? And we're already adults, but when you have all the access at your fingertips, after we already knew everything, like we went crazy. But can you imagine like the access that the kids have now?
Man, and it's
at that age, you know, when we're young at that age, we don't think about like all these different shit at one time. You don't think about what adults are doing, what crazy nasty shit adults doing. You don't think about stuff like that. You just want to play outside, you know. So your brain is still developing, but now like the way kids are developing, when they get access to all this information,
outside,
it's like
dirt. Ew.
Hey, like, I mean, do you want to give your kid access to all the information that we know
it's like
away?
It's like a digital gun. It's like, would you want your kid to have this?
It's like, hey, adult life, you're a child, here's adult life, this is what we do. But
then they try to say like, oh, it takes the parents to have to like parental control stuff again. Well, that's a lot of work to me, I guess. I don't know. I ain't a parent yet, but I feel like there's a lot of control of I gotta do like parental control on every single thing, on every single item, tech I got in the house.
Yeah. I think like this generation, like the generation that made the kids, I think we fucked up because they didn't know how to control the shit. Because like like when we're still adults, right? But we still like to have fun and stuff, or we still like to have our own time. So people that have kids, right? They have kids, and then they're like, "Hey, I want my own time." What's the easiest way where you can get your kid to not bother you?
I've seen it.
Give them like the tablet.
Give them the tablet and just let them go to town.
And then they don't bother you, and then you could do your own shit. So this is where like the issue comes about.
Yeah, because a lot of people make tablets the babysitter.
Yeah.
Just while like mom and daddy go.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because you're not taking care of them no more. Like the tablet is the one they're grown. Their brain is learning all that shit from the tablet.
That's like how it was when I was growing. It was like TV. I've watched almost every single TV show out. Oh my god.
Yeah, same
I think
thing.
I've seen everything on television in my life.
Yeah, that's why like the TV thing like is more bigger with us. But like with the whole internet, can you imagine that? That's different.
That's global. That's global.
Yeah, that's different.
It's a global thing. Yeah.
So like I think our generation was the one that fucked up because we wanted to do our own shit so bad. Like we didn't want to raise our kid like the way you would raise them like naturally.
Yeah.
We just gave them like all the information in the world, gave them access to the internet and stuff, and then let them be.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, like you're doing your own shit, but meanwhile you're making a child that who knows what's gonna happen in the future.
Not true.
Because let's say that kid never even wants to want to be adult because it's so scary.
It is hard.
They're already seeing all that shit. Like, what the fuck? Why I want to be an adult? Like, you guys are going through some crazy shit.
We watched the millennials, bro. Y'all ain't
like the fuck. Y'all learn out parallel park. Fuck that. Uber. Hello.
For real. It's too much.
It's like, what you guys got to go to school? What? Nope.
No, sir. But
hello, OnlyFans.
No, but it is like that, and I'm hoping. I feel like I'm gonna fall into the same trap too, though. As like all these other, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like even though I'm bitching and complaining about this, I feel like I'm gonna kind of fall in that trap a little bit as being a parent. I'm like, hey, take the tablet, just for the love of God. I just worked 12 hours. Just shut up, please. I'm trying to watch this fight. I'm trying to take this nap, or
everybody.
Yes, it's kind of like I feel like it's unavoidable because it's.
Yeah,
it works. I think because it works. That's why.
That's what they would say, because like when people that don't have kids say stuff like that, all they gotta say is like, "Do you have kids?" Then you don't understand, right? Yeah. Because you don't understand. True, like, you lose all your time. Like, okay, what's the best way to fucking get your time back? Get them distracted.
Yeah. And I'm we over here at the Media Hijack. We're not parents ourselves, but I hung out with some friends last night who. It sounds like they've been parents for a long time. Well, not like as far as like the kid being born, but they don't go out as often. And so last night it was like, let's let our hair down, let's party it up because we don't do this often because we're parents. And it was good to see that side of them. Like, okay, because I'd imagine the grind of a parent is fuck. Oh my god, I get anxiety thinking about it sometimes. I can barely handle myself. I got another life. Another being. I'm probably sure I could be good at it, but oof.
Yeah, I also imagine like how my parents did that shit. Yeah. They did it pretty easy too.
Yeah, and that's what 5 of y'all?
Yeah, and they're like they didn't really do anything. It's like it was all up to us. Like how can we entertain ourselves?
Yeah. Because
we didn't have cable TV.
Yeah, that's 5.
We had like 10 channels, man.
So it was 5 of y'all. So
we got that. Man, what the fuck did we do?
A lot of outside time. That's how it was when I was growing up.
Yeah, like,
even if we was watching too much TV, my mom would be like, "Get out the house." So I watched this TV.
Like, we had nothing.
Go out on the streets.
We didn't know like. Then like when the whole apartment building, right? They got like illegal cable. And then we got like 60 channels.
The hookup.
Holy shit, we got Nickelodeon. Our life changed. Like those little things like that. We got the Disney Channel. Holy shit.
The legendary Disney Channel.
What the next thing you know, cuts off. Like, fuck.
Who fucked up?
And then we can't even ask our parents, like, hey, could we get cable? No, it was never that.
Wait, so y'all hooked it up?
No, it was like somebody in the apartment building. He did one connection to where everybody in the apartment building got it.
They hit the town hero.
Yeah. We didn't know.
The town hero.
All we did was connected like, oh shit.
It's on.
Look at all these channels. It was crazy.
Oh man, your parents they weren't cool with that or what?
They didn't even know.
Damn.
All they did was work, came home and chill. Like they didn't even know that the TV changed.
Oh man, I was such a
It's
TV junkie.
It's way back then. It's way back then.
Like early 90s type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have been
Different
TV.
times, man.
It is. That's like my dad now. He always complains about my mom being on her phone, but I'm noticing more and more he's starting to do it now too. I'm like, see, the times have changed a little bit now, but some people just ain't really with that shit.
No, it changed a lot.
Yeah,
it changed a lot, and I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with the younger generation. How they were actually born into the generation where you get access to information at your fingertips right away.
Oh, instantly, man.
Yeah.
I feel like as the further along we go in this future, I feel myself becoming less patient on some level. Like, it's kind of like the only time, like, that's why I have a hard time getting through movies, because I'm so used to like getting information like this. I'm like, I gotta sit through a story. I need to stop thinking like that. Just like take a step back, relax. I was like, let me watch a series or something. Like, everything's got to be so quick for me. And so, yeah,
that's not good.
No, I'm noticing. I'm noticing that in myself. I'm like, I'm gonna stop. Like, I'm getting bored trying to watch a movie. Like, stop. Like, everything's
I like the build up. I like to understand the story.
And I'm going back to that now slowly. But I've noticed that with me throughout the pandemic, where I was just like, information. Like, I don't know if it's out of boredom or whatever, but maybe it's because like there weren't many movies or TV shows coming out as often. So I was like, YouTube was like my main source, and I was like, fuck, this movie's too long. Get to the point. We're 10 minutes into it, and I'm like, stop. Calm down. This damn pandemic gave me anxiety issues, I guess. I don't know, but I want things instantaneously, and I need to take a step back. So, but yeah,
your brain is running like on the. It's kind of like the reward system. Mm-hmm. Like, you want to get that shit instantly,
as fast as possible. Yeah,
because I don't know what you were watching, but you were watching stuff where you instantly got what you needed from the information, and you move on.
Like, we got compute and move.
So your brain is like that. So
constantly moving. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me take a step back. So, it felt good watching Stranger Things. I don't know. This is like, I'm not gonna go.
You finished it already?
I knocked that shit out. But it was like,
damn.
But I was just kind of like, damn. It felt good to watch a series again in like a binge watch thing where I wasn't like, oh no, damn, any type of like internet, no nothing. It was like focus on the show. So I enjoyed it, man. But I say there's like I'm just noticing these things about me where
I only saw like the first episode today, and then they had the pep rally scene, and they were wearing the same colors like at our high school with the green and gold.
Yeah, but it was like green and white with them, I think. Some shit.
It was still like the gold
color scheme was
there.
like the same. Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, did they use the same colors like from our
Did they
school?
film out here? Dude, woo, that's right.
They might have filmed it at our high school.
They do film a lot, folks, out here. What was it? What was another show?
The Ozark.
Ozark filmed at our old high school, yes.
Yep.
Well, not the same name. They changed. Obviously, they just.
But it's the same exact school.
Yeah, they did the foundation, the build of it, and everything. Yes, straight up. As soon as you sent me that picture, I was like, "Oh, that's Morrow High School. That is."
Yeah.
And they about to close it down in a couple years, probably. I think too. So.
With the rebuild.
Yeah, you didn't see the new one yet? Man, that shit look like NASA produced it. It look like NASA made that building. Like last week, my girl came into town, and then she was curious to go see Morrow High School. So
wait,
then,
they destroyed it already?
No, it's still there. Old Morrow's still there, but it's still building the new Morrow. It's at the very edge of Ellenwood now. They moved it. The new one is like.
So they're planning to destroy that high school?
Or they're going to do it something else. Because they did the same thing with East Clayton Elementary School, where they didn't destroy it. And that's my old elementary school from back when I first moved to Georgia. They didn't destroy it. They made it like some kind of art school, and then they built a new one at the very edge of down the street from where my parents stay at. Like I don't know if you remember where my parents stay at, but way out there on the edge of like the damn county line. They built Adamson right over there, and they just built. And right now they're building a new Morrow right beside it. That shit got parking garages. Look, that shit is massive, man.
Parking garage?
It makes old Morrow look like a shoebox.
Why they need all that when everybody's gonna be doing schooling online?
I don't know. That's a lot of questions, man. It don't make no sense. They put a lot of money into this, but it's maybe they're kind of like predicting of eventually they're gonna send everybody back. So we want to be on top of it when they do. So
is that it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're about to hit that 2-hour mark.
153.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we'll catch everybody next week on Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.
It's not illegal to not listen to music. It's illegal to